What is going on, everyone? My name is Eric and you're watching the Get Me Out of Here vlog. Today is a big day. If you've been watching my channel or if you're new to it, I am on a mission to conquer the highest points of all 50 states of the United States. Now I understand that Denali in Alaska and some other ones will take years of dedication and training, but I know I can at least get 40 of the 50. So today is one of the biggest ones I've yet to attempt. Today is the high point of the state of Colorado, the Rocky Mountain State. This is Mount Elbert. This is a peak that is 14,440 feet high above sea level. It's about a 10-mile hike, 5 miles to the top, 5 miles back. I am hiking the northeast ridge of this. This is the trailhead behind me. The elevation gain is roughly about 4,500 feet to get to the top. This is actually the first 14er that I have ever attempted. Now, 14ers in Colorado lingo are mountains that are 14,000 feet or higher. This is the first time I will be attempting to summit a mountain that is 14,000+ feet. So this is a huge deal for me. This is also, I think, the highest elevation gain, 4,500 feet, I've yet to attempt on a state high point. So I'm really pumped for this morning. I have done mountains, Wheeler's Peak in New Mexico. That was the high point there. That was 13,000+ feet. And Humphreys Peak in Arizona, 12,000+ feet. So I'm no stranger to high altitudes, but I've got my brother here, my Rocky Mountain Sherpa, to help guide me on my path. And you've done this one before.
Yeah, I've done it.
So he's done Elbert.
It's okay.
He doesn't like it. He thinks it's a grind. We'll see. But this is my first 14er here in Colorado in the state high point that I'm hoping to bag here at the summit today. So I'm excited for this. It is 6 in the morning. We've been up since 3:45 and we are getting this thing kicked off. So excited to do this. Come with me. I'm going to take you on a journey through the Rocky Mountains and to the highest peak of Colorado, and actually the second highest peak of the contiguous United States after Mount Whitney in California. I've yet to do that one. Let's get this thing kicked off. Just a quick view of essentially the base camp. You do have some restrooms here that you can use, but make sure to bring your own toilet paper. There is none in the restroom facility. The trailhead is right here, and here's a parking lot at your convenience. Get here early. It is 6 a.m. and it's already pretty much filling up. Without further ado, the hike begins. And they do have some info here as well. Some maps of the terrain and the trail to the top of the highest peak of the state of Colorado. And like most mountains that I've climbed here in the western United States, you start out in a pine forest. So it's kind of similar to Humphreys Peak in Arizona. The terrain is much better though. It's pretty smooth, the trail looks great. I've got my La Sportiva hiking shoes. So ready to get this thing underway. I am excited for this. A little nervous, but excited. Did not know this. The Continental Divide is here as well. That's where it's the divide where the rivers, the tributaries that go to the Mississippi go east, and to the Pacific Ocean flow west. Where are we going, Connor? And we've got a bridge. Some unique scenery, and I love these Rocky Mountain creeks. That water is probably freezing. So from what I've heard, this hike is a grind. 4,500 feet and roughly 5 miles to the top, and then the descent 5 miles back to the parking lot. So about 1,000 miles on average, 1,000 feet. So about 1,000 feet on average every mile. And Connor, I mean, I guess words of advice here. Hiking Mount Elbert.
It's a mental game.
It's a mental game.
Yep. Just keep going. Step at a time.
One step at a time. It's true with most of these higher altitude hikes. I will say though, the pine forest here is just beautiful. Love these kind of wooden fences that they've got here at the beginning. Some fallen trees, but so far the trail conditions have been excellent.
This is going to be the best trail you've been on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, Humphreys was rough
Keep this one really warm.
in Arizona. Whew. All right, so we're about 1 mile into the hike, and a couple nice, nothing really steep, but just kind of a constant slope up for that first mile. And then it evens out, as you can see here. So this is a very nice break. Because again, actually I didn't tell you, I'm from Arizona, if you don't know. Originally from the Midwest, but I live in Phoenix. So I'm not used to hiking these high altitude hikes. So definitely not really feeling it a whole lot, but you can tell, like, I definitely get a little more out of breath quicker than I normally would in a desert hike down south in Arizona. But so far feeling good. And like I said, we got 1 mile pretty much done and 4 more to go. So, really loving the scenery of this pine forest, the sounds of the birds. All right, so there is a little bit of a fork in the road. So they say you want to keep going straight here. The sign says north to Mount Elbert Trail. This is the Colorado Trail here. So if you're hiking here early in the morning and it's dark, you just want to make sure about a mile in that you've got your flashlight ready so you don't veer off and go the wrong way. Whew. It's definitely one of the steeper sections right here so far. So doing my resting steps, you do like step, you're gonna wait for a second, you're gonna get into a rhythm, a pace.
Morning.
Feels kind of good. Morning.
Gummy Smarties.
What is that, Smarties?
Gummy worm. They're like Smarties, but they're gummy worms.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tempting.
They're not weed. It's just
I'll
candy.
take one.
Yeah, help yourself.
I'll take one.
I can tell because you say you want a gummy and everybody's like, really?
Thank you.
Yep.
This is,
Shock tarts don't exist anymore.
oh yeah, Shock Tarts don't exist?
Tarts are
What?
gone, yeah.
Are you serious? How dare they? Why would they get rid of Shock Tarts? Oh, wow. So, yeah, this is, I guess, kind of what it's going to be like for a lot of the way going forward. So, taking our time. But I will say, a lot of friendly people along the way. This is one of the more popular trails, probably in Colorado. Would you say that?
Yeah.
As far as 14ers?
Yeah, definitely one of the most popular 14ers.
Yeah. So there are a lot of people out, and we're all a team here. Everybody wants to see everybody else succeed. Whew. So you can tell I'm a little out of breath. Again, not really used to altitude, so just pacing it. Like I said, I feel pretty good overall, and it's not a race. So anyway, gotta keep on carrying on. Just taking a short rest here at this awesome looking rock, and we are above 11,000 feet right now, and my Strava glitched like it always does. This app used to be awesome, but I feel like it always glitches and shuts off on me now. So I don't know how far we've gone. Do you know? We 2 miles?
About 3.5 kilometers.
What does that mean?
2 miles, a little over 2 miles.
A little over 2 miles. Okay. I'm American. So we're a little over 2 miles into it. So we're actually pretty close to, I guess you could consider, the halfway point as far as the mileage is concerned. But yeah, so a long ways to go. Not out of the trees yet.
We're not quite halfway. It's like 10.5 miles.
Well, 5 miles to the top, 5 miles back, roughly.
Yeah.
So
3.5 miles, so we're halfway.
Getting there.
The tree line's like
But
that.
yeah, so far feeling pretty good. Pacing myself, but yeah, elevation again, something that I'm not used to. So feeling it a little bit as far as tiny bit of lightheadedness, but that's about it. So keeping on the path. Continuing up. No sooner than I say that, and I'm feeling it. The lots of steps, nothing crazy, but it's just a staircase, so it seems, up the mountain. Whew. A lot of steps. First false summit sighting. So we're kind of getting towards the edge of the tree line. You can see that the pine forest is a lot more sparse. But that up ahead, that is not Mount Elbert. That is a false summit or a false peak. You can kind of see the trail winding off along the side. So the actual high point is on the other side of that peak, but at least some of the peaks are now in sight. So eyeing the prize. And over to my right is Mount Massive. Mount Massive is the second highest peak in the state of Colorado and the third highest peak in the contiguous, am I saying that right?
Yes.
Contiguous United States. And there's been some back and forth I read online of people that hike Mount Elbert versus people that like to hike Mount Massive. Supposedly they stack rocks as high as they can to try to make Mount Massive higher than Mount Elbert. And I've heard that Mount Elbert people actually go and remove the rocks and knock them over to show those Mount Massive hikers that that is not the high point, and to stop pretending, don't even try. This is the real deal. So we're getting there, still a long ways ahead. We're not even quite at the 3 mile marker. Definitely, I think the hardest part so far was those steps, going straight up the mountain, basically, about at that 2.5 mile mark. Definitely was feeling it. I've been taking more breaks, but overall, feeling good. And it is kind of nice finally seeing at least one of the summits that we'll be working towards. So moving on, taking a quick break. Connor's got the suntan lotion ready to go. You couldn't ask for better hiking weather, right?
Oh, this is perfect.
This is perfect. And yeah, I think this is a good time too to take the layers off. It's probably, what, 55? Also wanted to point out, you can see Twin Lakes there in the distance. I don't have a zoom on my GoPro, but maybe you can see it. There's another trail on the southeast side of Mount Elbert that's supposed to be more challenging. 15 miles out and back again.
Oh, that's the east.
Oh, that's the east. Okay, I lied. Twin Lakes is the east. That's the East Ridge. So that is also a class 1.
That's Jerry Roach's classic.
That's the, oh yeah, so Jerry Roach, who is, I'll let you speak to that. Jerry Roach, who is he?
Jerry Roach is a mountaineer.
He's a mountaineer.
He's got the 14ers book.
Nice.
And all the trails.
So it's kind of a good,
every single one.
A good guide to use.
The East Ridge is actually the classic, which I didn't know until yesterday.
Nice. I didn't know that either.
This is the most popular one.
Huh. Did not know that either. So the East Ridge is the classic hike, I guess. We're doing the most popular one, the North Ridge, and then there's a more challenging Southeast Ridge that's supposed to be a class 2. So Twin Lakes, class 1, Northeast side, class 1, Southeast side, class 2. We have emerged from the trees, and it looks like the real challenge has just begun. Just looking straight ahead, that is, again, it's a false summit. The high point is on the other side of that, but just pretty cool to finally kind of be at the halfway point. I guess this would be the official halfway point. We are 3 miles in, right, Connor?
Yeah.
About 3 miles in.
3.
And how high? 12,000 feet?
At 11,930.
So almost at 12,000 feet. So still about 2,500 feet to go. You can see we're right at the tree line here, where the tree line ends. So it kind of looks like a whole new challenge right now. It's definitely stepping up. I'm not gonna lie, definitely was feeling tired. We had to take a break there, got a protein bar in me, and I'm feeling it. So we'll be just pacing it, keeping a positive mind. Again, beautiful day, perfect day for a hike, but overall feeling good. Just I'm new to the high altitude stuff, so that's my weakness. Connor's feeling great.
Yeah.
So continuing on, this is a whole new challenge here ahead of us now, getting into new rockier terrain and steeper slopes. Just taking a short breather and loving these frozen kind of mountain streams. It's going through this valley or this ridge, whatever you call this thing. And again, Mount Massive right there. And just again, a beautiful view of the surrounding region. These are part of the Sawatch Mountain Range.
Oh, over there, it's the mosquito range.
Oh, that over there?
That's mosquito range.
The mosquito range.
And up there, that's where like Lincoln.
Glad we're not doing the mosquito range. I hate mosquitoes.
Should be able to find it too.
Again, I'm slowing Connor down more than anything. But,
it's all right.
We're moving a couple hundred feet, then a break, couple hundred feet, then a break. We'll make it. Just taking our time. And you know what? It's good to take your time. It's a beautiful day. Like I said earlier, there's no storms on the horizon. And just taking in the beauty. How often do you get to stand on the top of the world here in the Rocky Mountains in Colorado? So it's great just taking your time and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Noticing a lot of these tarps along the way, and I don't know what they're used for. I'm guessing maybe if you get caught in hail or a storm, are they possibly there maybe to take cover? I don't know. If you know, leave a comment, because I've noticed a few of these on the trail. And Connor's, you've never seen those?
No.
Interesting. So we don't know what those are. Whew, but I will say, this is a tough hike, and I am using poles for the first time, and it is a game changer. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how the poles are helping. Maybe it's a mental thing, but my pace has increased using poles. So I actually recommend bringing poles for this. Connor, thanks for loaning me your poles. I'm gonna have to buy my own set. But yeah, it's really crazy. This really is a game changer. I don't know how. It doesn't feel like it's that much easier, but it is. So it's just weird. But anyway, this part is definitely a lot more challenging. You can tell everybody's slowing up, but we're continuing on this. They've kind of turned into switchbacks, going back and forth. The trail is winding towards the top.
There's crosses up there.
And then we get to, I think that's a bit of a ridge line, and then towards the false peak and onward. So gonna keep trudging on. It really is a grind. It truly is. So this is kind of interesting. They have like these fancy looking stone steps, and there's some trail markers up above right there. So you don't remember these?
I don't.
Yeah, they're kind of fancy for out in the wilderness.
Maybe they're here, I don't know.
Okay.
Restoration here. So
Oh yeah, the sign says closed for restoration.
it's kind of new.
Interesting. Okay, I thought maybe that was a trail marker,
The
but no.
signs are pretty new too, so
Huh.
I'm willing to bet this is the last few years.
So they're still doing upkeep here on the Mount Elbert Summit Trail. Just rounded this bend, kind of got to the top of all these switchbacks, but just wanted to point out this beautiful scenery again. You got, I think that's Twin Lakes, possibly. It is? Okay. So Twin Lakes over there, and then right here, look at this. It almost looks like a caldera, even though it's not. That's a volcano. This is not a volcano. But look at that. It's just like this big dome, crevice-looking thing. And you got a lot of snow. So first snow sighting, and the trail just continues to wind up along this false peak. And then we should get an eye of the actual summit, hopefully on the other side of that. So we're approaching 13,000 feet, and what are we, 3.5 miles into it maybe?
No, we're like 4 miles.
Are we 4? Okay, so we're 4 miles. So yeah, this is beautiful. Definitely feeling it, but taking my time and enjoying the scenery. So I'm gonna continue up this false peak, and like I said, we're on top of the switchback section. Everybody's kind of slowing down here. I've noticed a lot of the hikers are slowing down, but this is the next test here. So we're getting closer to what I just learned from my Rocky Mountain Sherpa is a glacial
Moraine.
Glacial moraine.
The old glaciers that carved out the area.
Ah, yeah, that's amazing how, I mean, you really can tell. So the glaciers just carved out this kind of a crevice looking thing. It almost, again, looks like a caldera, but it's not. That's a volcanic characteristic, but a glacial moraine. You can still see some patches of snow as we head up. But cool seeing this closer. It's really, really breathtaking. It's just majestic out here. So taking a short salt break right now. I can't recommend enough these cliff blocks. They're gummies. They taste amazing. They're packed full of electrolytes. They've gotten me out of bad spots before in previous hikes. And it's like spinach to Popeye. These things are amazing. And then also, I have some salt chews as well that are flavored. And they seem to work really well. So I'm just taking a quick break here. One of my leg muscles was getting a little tight, so I want to kind of rest it for a second. Overall, I feel great, but just was getting a little tight here. So hoping the salt does its thing and we could keep on trekking on. So yeah, again, couldn't ask for a better day to hike. And we're still getting towards, well, making our way towards the top of this false summit. So the climb's gotten a lot steeper and a lot rockier. One more thing, oddly, my brother's tracking this hike. Where we stopped here is 13,160 feet, which is identical almost to the top of Wheeler's Peak, which is the high point of New Mexico. And that is the highest I have ever been on a mountain. So actually I'm right here at the threshold of making new ground. So anything further up the trail for me is gonna be the highest I've ever hiked. So this is actually a weird coincidence, but a milestone right here. This is actually, you know, right here towards the false summit. This is about the same as Wheeler's Peak in New Mexico, 13,160 feet. So we did break the 13,000 foot barrier, carrying on to break the 14,001 next. Noticing more of these makeshift stone steps now. But yeah, it looks like they are doing a lot of new stuff as far as restoration goes with the trail. My brother doesn't remember all these steps and things.
I don't remember that one switch.
And these signs.
Now the stones there look pretty new. I thought we went straight up.
Oh, that'd be horrible. But anyway, we're getting close to the top of the false peak. But here's how far we've come. And the tree line way down there. So about 1,000 feet left. As you can see, the terrain is noticeably rockier. So this part has been pretty difficult. There is somewhat of a trail, but it's very rocky. Which makes sense, the Rocky Mountains, right? But this is our first sighting of the second false summit. So we reached the top of the first false summit. We're at 13,800 feet right now, so almost to 14,000 feet, but just an incredible view. Perfect spot to kind of stop and take a breather. And this right here is the next false summit. I was gonna say false summit number 2, but I don't know if some of those other peaks earlier counted or not, but to me, this is false summit number 2. So by the time we get to the top of this, we will be at 14,000 feet and should be able to see the highest point, Mount Elbert, from there. It is incredibly windy, but I wanted to announce that it's official. We are at 14,000 feet, which means I'm a 14er. Even though I haven't summited yet, we're gonna be there shortly, but just wanted to announce this. This is amazing. And we are still trudging up this second false summit. We've gone quite a ways. Still got a ways more to go.
So at this point, I'm keeping with my pace, but this becomes a mental battle to the top. It's very rocky terrain. And there it is, Mount Elbert, tallest peak in Colorado. And we just have to make it up on this ridge. We have about 100 feet more for elevation gain, and we'll be there on the top. So this is actually a pretty awesome milestone. We just made it to the top of that second false summit.
And I'm not gonna lie, that was grueling. Some tough terrain. So feels good to be up here, seeing the mountain and knowing that the end is in sight. The goal is, I can't even speak. The goal is right ahead of us. Pretty wild seeing snow in July. Reach out and grab it. There we go, along the ridge line to the top. This has been a goal of mine for several years. Almost there. Final push to the top. My first 14er and my first time summiting the high point of the state of Colorado. And the wind has died down, which is weird. This is awesome. And it's really wild seeing all the different types of rock up here too. Some of it's glimmering. It's like glimmering in the sun. But, oh, look at this. And look, there's a dog to greet me at the top. Oh, it's kind of cool. They've got these rock shelters, I think, to help you if bad weather comes. And here we go. Almost there. Gotta make it official. I have to go to the very end. Boy, what an amazing feat. Look at this. There's my Rocky Mountain Sherpa to greet me at the top.
Oh God.
I tripped and fall on a rock. Oh.
We did it. It's official. We made it the high point of the state of Colorado, 14,440 feet above sea level. The hills are alive, and this is awesome. The top of the Rocky Mountains right here. A new high point, bagged, done. And this was definitely a difficult one. So I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This, like any 14er, is a marathon. It's a trek, it's a grind. And I'll get more into that in a bit. But right now I just want to enjoy this feat, this successful climb to the top, taking the views of the Rocky Mountains, and enjoy a cold beer here at the top. So, super happy about this. This is awesome. My first 14er. And found the official survey marker, the seal, right there. It's official. Here's the high point. Touching it. Made it to the top. Somebody just handed me this sign. So yes, it is official. I've got the Colorado. I feel like this is a Colorado thing. Whenever people Summit 14ers, they have to hold these cardboard signs. So here we go. It's official. I guess it says 14,439. I rounded up to it. 40's close enough, right? 14,440. Surveyors aren't perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Connor, we did it. High five.
Nice work.
You were a great guide to get me to the top of my first
trail.
14er. And this is the second time you've summited Mount Elbert.
Yep.
What did you think the second time? How much did I slow you down?
I liked the pacing. It's a little more relaxed.
It was me walking like every 50 to 100 feet and then stopping for like a 1 minute break and then going and going. Well, maybe I'm probably worse than that. Anyway, we made it.
Yeah, we did well.
The tortoise and the hare.
First 14er though. It's cool.
First 14er. It's a milestone. Feels great. It was grueling. It was like running a marathon, but it always feels so rewarding to get to the top. See, it's definitely a mental game. Well, man, we're gonna cheers. And I know you brought a special Colorado beer to drink at the top of the highest peak. So we're gonna break this out and we'll share it with you guys. Well, cheers. All right, let's do this. Well, here we go. Now I have to say, I just bought this a couple of weeks ago. This is a Brewmate. I'm not sponsoring them, but these are awesome. These koozies that keep your beer cold when you're hiking. Because anytime you summit a new peak, you have to have a cold beer. And what I like to do whenever I visit or summit a high point, I like to celebrate with a beer that's from the state that I summit. No better beer here in Colorado than Blue Mountain. Coors Light.
I don't even have Blue Mountains on them.
You know? Oh, they don't.
Yeah, they got rid of it.
What the heck? Are you serious? So they don't even have Blue Mountains anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's like a special edition can. But anyway, let's crack this open. Oh, this is gonna blow up, isn't it?
Oh yeah, don't do it.
Oh shoot.
I was gonna get on my bag.
Oh jeez. All right, that kind of makes it cooler. Let's celebrate those suds. All right, man. I'll take the camera. We gotta cheers. We did it. Mount Elbert. Oh, sorry.
The foam.
Highest point
Cheers.
of Colorado. Cheers.
Always tastes better up here.
The best beers are mountain beers, that is for sure. Awesome. So not only is it a special occasion that we summited the mountain, but today is a special day in my family's hearts. And July 12th, 1992 was when we had another brother named Sean who was born today. So today is his birthday. So we're actually kind of celebrating both being at the high point and also our brother Sean's birthday today. He would have been, I can't do math, 92, you're?
32.
32. He would have been 32 years old. He died as a baby 16 days after birth. He had issues in birth defects. He had a hole in his diaphragm, and it's a whole story I don't want to get into on this vlog, but anyway, we want to say we love you, Sean. Happy birthday and cheers.
Happy birthday, Sean.
Two brothers cheering a bro on a mountain. It's also me and my girlfriend's anniversary. I love you, baby. If you're watching this, cheers. I also wanted to mention that if there was a mountain on here, which there usually is on the Coors Light cans, that the mountain that is on the Coors Light cans is it Mount Wilson or Wilson's Peak?
I think it's Wilson Peak.
I think it's Wilson's Peak. This is terrible. I'm presenting this terribly. But anyway, the mountain on the Coors Light can is a Colorado mountain. It's a 14er, and people get it confused all the time.
Peak.
Oh, it is Wilson. Okay, so my brother looked it up. It's Wilson Peak because there's also a Mount Wilson.
Mount Wilson, yeah.
So there's a Mount Wilson that's a 14er and a Wilson Peak that's a 14er. That's very confusing.
They're both right next to each other.
They're both, oh wow. So they're both right next to each other too, which makes it even more confusing. So what I'm trying to say is the mountain on the Coors Light can is Wilson Peak. It's a 14er, and that is the next one that I want to do because I want to brag.
Because you're at the mountain right
Yeah, we're at the mountain. There you go. I like that. See, we don't need mountains on the cans because we're on the mountain. But if there was a mountain, it's Wilson's Peak. And one of these days, I want to hike that one. I think, Connor, that needs to be our next 14er so we can brag to people and say,
sure.
We hiked the Coors Light mountain. I think that's
good to me.
Look, it's a marmot. First marmot sighting. Look at that. He just poked his head up. They're like these gopher-looking animals. Look. Hey, man, I made it to the top. So did you. The highest peak. Hello. Did you know you're at the highest peak of Colorado? Did you know that? Good job, marmot. See how close I can get. You probably run away. They make a really weird noise. It's kind of wanting to hear it. Yeah, he's pretty brave. I'm guessing people probably feed them granola bars up here, and I'm going to be eating one too momentarily. Oh, he disappeared. Okay, he disappeared in the rocks. But anyway, yeah, cool. First marmot sighting at the peak. That's kind of cool. Look at the size of this marmot.
Oh, hey.
I think he's totally after your sandwich, man.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not gonna let him have it though. Unless he tries to bite me.
Unless he tries to bite you. Yeah, look at this guy. He just comes right up to me. Did you know you're on the Colorado high point, man? He's eating.
He's like, this is my crib. Of course I know.
Yeah, he's eating something there. I don't know what it is. Crackers? Why do you hear him make that noise?
So, it's a mountain groundhog.
It's a marmot.
They're kind of cute.
Yeah.
Can we take him home, Connor? Can we get a pet marmot? Oh,
Absolutely.
man, come on, really? Some random information that my brother, the Rocky Mountain Sherpa, has shared with me is that this right here, that peak right there, is not a mountain. That is the tallest hill in the state of Colorado. It is known as Bull Hill. So if you want to knock out the highest mountain peak and also the highest hilltop, you could literally do it on the same hike if you start at the right trail. And I'm not sure, Connor, what is that trail right there? That's the Black Cloud Trail. And that right there is actually South Elbert Peak. Yep. Am I saying that right? Yep. So it's kind of like a mini version of Mount Elbert. So you can actually take another trail that hikes, that, well, it will take you up to the top of South Elbert Peak.
Also a 14er.
It is?
Yeah, but there's not enough difference in elevation between them.
Oh, that's a thing. So there's not enough difference between the elevation with Mount Elbert and South Elbert.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's an unofficial 14er. So if you want to knock out an unofficial 14er, an official 14er, and the highest hill in the state of Colorado, you can
do it all, yeah.
In one day. Now, we're not obviously doing all that today. This was our mission. This was our goal. But who knows? Maybe someday we'll come back and we'll knock all three of these things out. So this is a state high point. Most of the state high points have a register that, like a notebook or something, that you can sign your name, sign the date, sign where you're from. And but a few are hit and miss. So unfortunately, Mount Elbert does not have a register that we can sign. We saw this in Texas too, on Guadalupe Peak. But I think every other peak we've been to has had registers. So it's kind of hit and miss. I'm sure sometimes they may have had one here. For whatever reason, people took it, or maybe it blew off the mountain, who knows. But right now, there's no register to sign, so bummer.
Struck by lightning and destroyed.
It could happen. They do get lightning storms in the afternoons. Just one last look of the surrounding area. And Connor, I asked you a question. How many 14ers can you see from the top of this mountain peak? It's got to be at least 20.
Oh, I'd say at least half.
Yeah. And I mean, these down here are all the collegiate peaks. That's La Plata. Am I saying that right? La Plata. So that's another 14er right there. In fact, you can see Snowmass way off in the distance. That's a 14er. It's the one mountain full of snow, so the name is fitting. And actually, Capitol Peak is the one with some snow just next to that to the right. So the knife edge on Capitol Peak is an infamous feature where the mountain peak is really skinny, and there's literally a vertical drop on either end. You have to scoot yourself across the peak, so it looks terrifying. But yeah, it's amazing, the views that you can see from the top of Mount Elbert. And one thing I do like about this, if you're new to 14ers, like I am, I can sit here and kind of pick out which 14er I want to do next. But like I said, I'm going to be doing Wilson's Peak would be the one I want to do, just so I can brag about the Coors Light can. I think that'd be fun. Colorado loves their dogs. So look at this, more dogs here at the summit. These dogs don't even know where they're standing, the high point. This guy's got a Colorado flag on his backpack there. I like that.
And that one carried its poop out.
He did what?
He carried his poop.
Oh, he carried his poop. He's a very responsible dog. Good job. Cleaned up his poop. Well, the wind is picking up. We've taken in our views. We've had our high top beer. It is time to descend another 5 miles down the mountain. So this isn't over. So we'll see if there's anything interesting on the way down. I will definitely share it. But for now, we did it. A new high point that I can say that I have summited successfully. So an amazing day. Absolutely love this, and just a lot of feelings going through me. This is a goal that I've had for a number of years, and I finally accomplished it. First 14er in the highest point of Colorado, the second highest mountain in the lower 48. And look at all of this snow. I gotta say, I don't think I've ever grabbed a handful of snow in the month of July. So here you go, Mount Elbert snow. That's awesome. So you can actually throw snowballs at people up here if you wanted to. Anyway, that's cool. Snow in July, right here at the peak. Why, hello, marmot. Just chilling out right there. All right, we'll let you be. Have a good one. Enjoy Mount Elbert. The marmot of the mountain. So majestic. Connor, you just couldn't wait, huh? You're not even writing your name in the snow. Come on, man. There's no bathrooms up here, obviously, but there's no tree coverage either. You gotta go, you gotta go. The marmot of the mountain. So majestic. It is majestic. He's taking in the views. Oh yeah, he's watching people go down the trailhead. He's watching. Look at that. Are you watching out for hikers? That's so cool. There he goes. All right, see you later, marmot. A marmot of the mountain. Ooh. Just checking in. We've made it down both of the false summits, just kind of gazing on that glacial moraine at the bottom of that first false summit. So we're making progress. We still have a little ways to go, obviously, to get to the tree line. But yeah, so much easier going down. It's not even close. But anyway, we're enjoying the views. And like I said, if I see anything that's unique or interesting, I'll be sharing it here. So we're gonna keep hiking down the mountain. Take a look at this shadow that the clouds are making. It looks like a giant spider. It's kind of like the movie Nope. Sort of like, make sure there's nothing living in the clouds. That is wild. Look at that. It's like the shadow of a giant spider. That is so wild. Well, we've made it back to the tree line. So we're a little more than halfway getting down the mountain. This is kind of a nice milestone. And the last view that we'll have, probably for the rest of the hike, of the first summit, or the first false summit. So, yeah, kind of bittersweet. Waving the mountain, kind of unofficially goodbye. We still have a good hour at least, or more, to climb down the rest of the mountain. But it's always kind of bittersweet seeing the last view of some of the peaks. So we've made it thus far, and about an hour left to go. So heading into the trees. Connor's taking a piss over there. Made it back to the bridge. What's going on, man?
Hey, fellas.
Well, maybe you saw a bear or something. Yeah, it's beautiful here. So we made it back to the bridge in the creek. So we are getting
very, very close to the parking lot. And I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling great for half of the hike down. Right after we went back into the woods, man, all my energy just zapped. I am tired. My legs feel like gummy worms, and I'm ready to be back. But we're close. There it is. The parking lot, civilization, and the end and beginning of the trail. Oh, heck yes. Whew. We did it. We conquered Mount Elbert. I am so excited. That is, it's close for me as far as intensity with Humphreys Peak, but that's just because we had our own off-trailing venture on that. But this is easily the hardest high point, I think, that I've ever done. When it's all said, going just all the way to the top, 14,440 feet, and then making all the way back down. Connor, you've got your Strava. What was our official mileage on this thing?
Oh, I don't know. My battery's at 1%.
1%. All right, save your Strava.
I did stop at a
Well, we're gonna go back to the car and pack, and I'm gonna drink a little more hydration, and then, yeah, I'll give a summary of what I thought about the hike. So, super pumped. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long, long time. My first 14er, and bagged the high point of Colorado, the Rocky Mountain State. All right, had some water, put my stuff away, and just want to talk with you guys. 14ers are no joke. Anybody that says a 14er is easy is ignorant, because even if you do this a lot, this is still an intense workout. It is literally, I've been saying this a lot throughout the video, but it is truly a grind, a physical grind. Not only just to get to the top, which obviously the ascent is a lot harder than the descent, but even the descent got to me about halfway, which is rare. Usually that doesn't happen to me. So I think just again, being my first 14er, we had a 10-mile hike, 5 miles up, 5 miles back, and again, 4,500 feet. This is the most elevation gain I have ever hiked in my life. So this is definitely breaking new grounds for myself, which I think is great. It was worth the challenge. I think I was ready for it. I'm glad that my brother had the poles. The poles are amazing. I used to be very critical about the poles. I didn't think they actually did that much. But today, about halfway up the ascent, my leg was starting to tighten up, my leg muscle by my knee on my right leg. And so my brother let me borrow his poles, and oh my God, it was a world of difference. I still don't understand how, but it was. But yeah, anyway, finally did it. Another high point crossed off my list. Colorado, this has been a behemoth hovering over me for a while. Just again, this is not only the high point of Colorado, this is the second highest mountain in the lower 48 states of the United States. Mount Whitney is the only mountain slightly higher than this one in California, which is another mountain I am planning to do in the future. So again, thanks for tagging along on my journey. Feel free to any comments or questions right below. I will definitely respond to you, and just anybody that wants to do this, make sure that you are training for it. And I would highly recommend doing some other mountains, either in Colorado, maybe do something over 12,000 feet first, 13,000 feet first, just to see how you handle that. Altitude is no joke. I felt pretty good. I never really get altitude sickness or anything like that. But again, my muscles tend to cramp up, and you just get more tired for me when I get above 11,000 feet. So anyway, an amazing hike today, something that I'm so just glad to have done and experienced. I can't even feel my legs right now, and we are starving. So we are gonna wrap this thing up. So thanks for joining me on my journey here. I have a lot of state high points that I plan to film ahead. Connor, you are the best Rocky Mountain Sherpa. Thank you so much.
Got you up there.
You got me up there. You got me up there, and you got me down safe. And we do a lot of high points together. We're brothers, so we've got a lot more we're planning to do in the coming years. So Thanks for watching, everybody. My name's Eric. This is the Get Me Out of Here vlog, and it's time for me, I'm gonna stand up, to get out of here.
Let's go.
Thanks for watching. This here.
And there it is, Mount Elbert, tallest peak in Colorado.